So if they receive thousands or thousands or 500 or 100 emails a day, what is the probability that he's going to read your email? So one thing you need to put down is that you need to bring subject. When you want to send email, we call a place subject. The subject is like a title of the file or the title of the email. So maybe you can write expression of interest. My name is Peter Bewar. Nice meeting you. Today I'm come to share this vital information with you, and it is going to help you. It is going to shape you. I've seen that many people have messaged me, but Charlie, I've been busy of late. But we try to cope and we try to manage our time schedule and everything. I guess September admission is coming to open. People are looking for professors, supervisors, because some of the courses, if you want to come and do it in Canada, especially Canada, you need a supervisor. And you know, securing a supervisor comes with a lot of, you know, details, a lot of things that today I'm coming to share with you, and I believe you are going to learn a lot. There are certain supervisors that they need people in their research, that you come as maybe research assistant, that will help you to get scholarship or funding. But most of the times they will do interview with you. They will know what are your career goals, what are your research skills, what research have you done before, what are some of your publications, have you done any you know, quantitative or qualitative, you know, research. Do you know more about collecting of data? Do you know something about the apps we use? Is it SPSS? Some of the analyzing tools, some of the research tools, you know, methodology. You know, they are talking about research costings, objectives, significance of study, you know, all these stuffs talk about, you know, in the chapter 3, you have the chapter 1 problem statement, research costing, research objectives. You know, you talk about the significance of study, you talk about the limitation of the research, you talk about, you know, the methodology. What method are you going to use? Is it qualitative, quantitative? Are you going to talk about primary data? You're going to talk about secondary data. Do you really understand what you mean? What some of the tools you are going to use? Is it survey? Is it questionnaires? You know, all these stuffs are, you know, we have the mixed method. Are you going to use what you know, a lot of research that you are going to use. So all these people, you need to know what research is, because if you want supervisor, today I'm going to tell you some of the ways you can navigate through so that you can able to secure a supervisor abroad. What are some of the emails? Because now you are in Africa, you are in Ghana watching me, maybe you need a supervisor. Your course is a research based course such as mechanical engineering, computer science, a lot, you know, even history, some of the course, because I know New Brunswick, University of New Brunswick, and political science, sociology, and some of the courses you need a supervisor before you apply. And don't apply. There are certain schools, they will tell you that you need supervisor before you apply. Please share the message, share the video, power tap the love button, and also share the video so that other people can join. Promote the page. Let's promote the page. Power tap the love button and the like buttons, right? Thank you for watching me. So majority of the courses here, they will demand you for you to get a supervisor. And this supervisor, it is not only you that you need a supervisor. Thousands of applicants want to come. It is not only you in Ghana or Africa that you want to come here to study, basically. But what you need to do is that you need to be strategic. You know, I've been telling people that speed with that direction is dangerous. Speed with that direction is dangerous. In as much as you want to travel, in as much as you want to use the school routine to come abroad, you need to know how you go about your things. It's not like you rushing to do certain things. If you rush, you get it mistake. Proper planning and proper future career goals, what you want to establish as a person, will help you to secure these, you know, fundings and those kind of stuff. People are rushing too much. Yeah, I want to travel, but you have not prepared yourself well. You have not prepared yourself well. The document you will need to apply, such as statement of purpose, you have not written some. You don't have CV. Your CV is no good. Some people don't know how to write CV. I've been inviting a lot of people on my page to talk about it. CV. Your CV is no good. Your statement of purpose is no good. You don't have good recommendation. How are you going to get scholarship? How are you going to get a funding? How are you even going to get admission? I know some people, they have applied for 1,000 schools. Admission is not even coming for them to even get funding because of inappropriate, unprepared, rushing everything, that because they want to travel, everybody is travel. So you don't want to prepare yourself. Today, let me tackle one of the aspects that will help you. So if your course is a research-based course, such as engineering courses, food, biology, those courses, you need a supervisor. Majority of the schools need supervisor. Even history, New Brunswick, you need to get supervisor before you can apply to the school. So now let me tell you something. Maybe you graduated with second class lower, or maybe your GPA is not all that good, but you want to get a research. Because the last time I interviewed Beatrice at Japan, he's my sister in Canada, and now he said that I think he's a second class student, or I think second class, yeah, but I don't know whether she was at second class upper or second class lower. He was able to get $50,000 at Simon Fraser University. Now he's in Canada doing masters. So maybe you have second class lower. What are some of the things that will allow you to get funding? At least today you're going to study something, because I'm going to give you some of the vital information. I think that it is really important for you to know. Getting supervisor is not easy as people think, because if you want to come and study, we have a lot of people from different continents, different people that want to come here to study. So for example, maybe the research need only 20 students, or the professor need only 20 students in his or her class. 20 students. Now you graduated from K University, you graduated from UCC Legon. If in your class you were like 100 students, 80 students. When I was in Ghana, my class, we graduated, we were 240 students. And all these people want to also come and do their masters. All these people want to also travel to come and do their masters, right? So what will give you a leverage that when the supervisor see it, he can say, oh, okay, this is the best candidate for him to come, because getting admission is not easy. And you are not the only one who need the funding. Even those people, Canadians and Americans, they also need the funding, right? So you need to be a top-notch student, good applicant. You know what you're doing. You know the vital information, the logistics. You know how to write, communication skills, interpersonal relationships, how to build strategic relationship. Being formal, being educative, being strategic, applying wisdom, so that you can be able to get in touch with these professors, because value must attract value. So if the professor read your email and they think that you are not capable of getting it, he's going to deny you, and you're going to suffer. So today, let me tell you how to get these funding and those kind of stuff, supervisor and this kind of stuff. So maybe if you go to the school website, so maybe you are applying to University of Toronto, you are applying to maybe University of New Brunswick, University of Lethbridge, University of Manitoba, University of Gulf University, all these stuff, Carleton University, all these stuff, University of Windsor, University of a lot of schools. What you need to do is that when you go to the website and they said you need to secure a supervisor, one thing you need to know is that look through the supervisors. At least you will find their publication, you will find their research interest, sometimes specialization. So we have different specializations. Simply means that maybe this professor is specialized in this area, right? So what you need to do is that you go through the faculty members, the lecturers over there, take one after the other. I have been telling people that before you can secure a supervisor, the supervisor must see that you know what you are talking about. It's not just sending email that, hi professor, my name is Peter Bewa, I am from Ghana, I have read blah 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 blah. I think that working with you can be one of the way of achieving my career goals and pursuing my professional ambition. So I would like to work if I can get a slot in maybe probably in your research or your laboratory. No, it's not how we do it. You need to be strategic enough. One thing you need to understand is that these professors receive thousands of emails a day or a week. Some of the professors receive thousands of emails a day or a week. So if they receive thousands or 500 or 100 emails a day, what is the probability that he's going to read your email? So one thing you need to put down is that you need to bring subject. When you want to send email, we call a place subject. The subject is like a title of the file or the title of the email. So maybe you can write expression of interest hyphen. So expression of interest, the supervisor is going to realize that, oh, okay, this applicant is looking for a slot in my laboratory, right? So expression of interest, then you can bring hyphen in the course you want to do. Is it mechanical engineering? Is it mathematics? Is it political science? Is it history? What course do you want to do that you need supervisor? Then you write the course there. Some people send emails without subject. Some people also send emails and write FYI for your information. The professor will think that you are a very lazy student. Before you can write FYI to a professor, that means the professor is, you know the professor already. You guys have been testing, or he knows you. So you can't just send an email to tell a professor, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, nobody's going to do that. So the subject must come so that the professor will know that, oh, okay, this student is really there. Now you want to address the professor. Some people will say, hi, professor. So professor plus what? The first name. So maybe Professor Peter, or the person's name, the surname. What you can do is that just write the full name if you really want to write it. Maybe probably you don't know the surname and you don't know the first name, especially when the person's name is Michael, Peter, Jonathan. So maybe probably you don't know. So just write the full name. There's no criminality or something like that when you write it. Write it boldly. Don't use hello. Don't use hi. I will appreciate if you can use dear. Dear is more official than hello, hi, hey. You can't tell a professor that you want to work with or you want to study with him, hey, hi. It doesn't show respect. So, dear Professor James Aquinas. Now, what are you coming to do now? One thing is that you go to the faculty members. At least you will see 2 or 3 professors that your research is in line with. So, for example, maybe if you are doing business, so you graduated from business administration. Business administration, we have a lot of branches, right? So what you need to do is that business administration is just about scopes, department, and those kind of stuff. So when you go to the website, make sure that the research you want to do is in line with some of the professors in the list, so that you can select and what you get to know them. So what you need to do is that after you read through their publication, sometimes take one of the articles and read. Take one of the publications and read. Take some of the specialization. If you have any book, visit his or her website and look at the ideas he has been doing, postponing, and those kind of stuff. What you can do is that, especially those people in the afternoon, or those people which you are not able to make sure you have these things, because some of the lectures, they are part-time lectures, afternoon lectures, and those kind of stuff. So what you need to do is that you make sure that you read the publication. What is this professor looking for? What is the idea? What is he looking for that you can also write? So maybe the research interest of the computer is of the research of the professor is talking about maybe the impact of globalization on maybe poverty reduction, right? So if you look through, you can see that this professor is looking at international system. He's looking at the broader scope of what the international system or the world, right? The politics or the policies that goes around or evolves around. So what you can do is that maybe probably your research is in line with that professor. So that means you write down the name of the professor, the email and everything. So when you are sending the email, don't just send it. Let the professor know that you have read the publication about him. You can even cite it. Maybe, dear professor, I was very fascinating. I was very happy to read your publication with maybe Dr. This, blah, on what topic? Blah, 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 blah. It will help you. Because if you don't do that, the professor will not see that you have read through the publication he has been doing, because majority of people also know how to write it. So if you say blah 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 blah, you have read the blah blah blah, yeah, you tell the professor according to one of your articles which is written with, maybe you state them so that the professor will know that this guy has really done, he has really followed me, like he know what he's doing. Then you send the email, let him know your research interest, the tools you can use, why do you want to do that research, what are some of the benefits, your career goal, the short term, the long term. State them. You can write just 3 paragraphs. Make sure it is concise. It's not like you writing 7 pages. So today, let me try to give you one example as to how you can write it. And I said, dear professor, I hope this email finds you. I am writing to you today with the intention of requesting a spot in your esteemed research team as part of my master's program. I am enthusiastic individual who is passionate about research and want nothing more than to make positive impact on the world. So what this person was trying to read is that he has looked beyond the research. So he said he's a person who is passionate of bringing positive things onto the world. After thorough research, I came across your publication. So now the person is referring the professor to some of his publication and was blown away by the contribution you have made to the field of the school or of the department or the program you want to do. I say I'm a graduate. I am a recent graduate with a bachelor degree in. Then you bring your course. During my undergrad studies, I've developed a keen interest in which research. So mention the research of the professor that is in line with you. Are you talking about elections? Are you talking about multi-parties? Are you talking about anything that you want to talk about? So that the professor will know that, oh, okay, this person won this person won this person won that. Are you talking about elections? Are you talking about multi-party system? Are you talking about computer science? Are you talking about engineering, the school, what? Then you bring it. I have been following your research work for a while, and now I am confident that your research team is working on some of the most challenging and exciting projects in the field of maybe the field that you are going. I find your research publication particularly interesting because they align perfectly with my research interest. That is why I am eager to acquire hands-on experience working with you and your team. I am a highly motivated individual with excellent analytical and technical skills. Moreover, I have had the opportunity to work with research projects during my undergrad studies. So this person was trying to link the professor back to the basis, or where he want to, or where he started, right? So he want to tell the professor that these are some of the courses he have been doing, and that is really helpful for him. So as an aspiring researcher, I am aware that the selection process is usually very competitive. However, I am confident that with my work experience and academic achievement, I stand out as a top candidate. I will be thrilled to have the opportunity to discuss my qualification further and chat about how I can fit with your research team. So basically, this is how we write it. So you let the professor know you, introduce yourself, then you come to about your research and your career goals. What research have you done? Talk about it. After that, you talk about the things or the publication that the professor has been doing that is helpful to you. Then you send the email. Don't send it to only one. Make sure that department or the professor you send to them, at least one will reply. If one reply, he will link you to the other professor. I like that one. I like that one part. There are certain professors, when you email them, they will never reply. But when one reply, they will link you to another. So this year, please gather your document. Whatever you are doing, it is possible. I want you to succeed this year. Start breaking the yoke of bondage. Start liberating yourself. Start, it is possible. Revive your spirit.